now sugar-free, but with 8 times the calories. It's the Power Hour podcast. Welcome back, Mark. How we feeling? How we feeling today?
Feeling good, feeling Splenda-y. No more sugar. Only Splenda.
Splendid. We're sugar-free now. We're sugar-free, guys.
Splendid. That could be something.
Okay, I see what you did. Now that's just a classic example of the clever wordplay you could expect around here.
I'm a funny
Okay.
guy. I'm a comedian. That's what people say. People they look at me and they go, "This guy's a comedian."
People, they look at me. I love Mark. That's what they say.
No, they just say I look funny. How about that, huh? Now that's a classic joke.
Oh, come on. And by they, you mean me. I've been
Yeah.
saying that, and I know, let's be real for a moment. I know I make fun of you a lot, and I call you funny looking, and I say that you're a weird little spectacle.
And it's
But
because
in all
it's true.
seriousness, when are you gonna start doing something about it? Because it's really getting on my nerves. Because we've been friends a while, and I've been offering all this advice, and you're simply not taking
Mm.
it.
Well, I don't believe in
It,
advice.
I also I like referring it to it as advice. It's just
Just telling someone they look awful. No, it's advice. It's advice.
I'm just giving you some advice. Come on, I'm just giving you some pointers. We should start calling all criticisms advice. Guys,
Mm.
write that down. I think that's
What's your
gonna
thoughts on
really.
unasked for criticism?
I love giving it. It's because it's something of a hobby of mine.
Mm.
But if anybody else does it to me, death,
Yeah, no,
death, you're
I
done.
don't
I
like
don't
when
want to
it
hear it.
happens. When I'm showing someone something I worked on, and they go, "Oh, you could do this." No, thank you.
No, no. This is a. I saw a joke somewhere. It was like, I want your feedback, but only if you're going to tell me that I did really good. And I think that pretty much sums up the kind of feedback that I want.
Hmm.
And keep that in mind, listener. That's the only kind of feedback we really accept around here.
See, I'm fine with feedback if I'm ready for it to come towards me.
Oh no, yeah, I agree. You have to be in a mood. You have to
Uh-huh.
be ready to receive it.
Because otherwise, if I get negative feedback and I'm not in the right mood, I will get so mad for like 3 hours and go, "Oh, they kind of had a point."
Yeah, even if it's so valid and
Hmm.
helpful,
No,
doesn't
it's just
matter.
so angry.
I'm just so
I'm
angry.
filled with rage. Um, Speaking of being filled with rage, Tracy, do you have a "Don't even get me started"?
I do, but I'm gonna let you go first
Okay.
because it's important for plot purposes.
Okay. Don't even get me started on aiolis. This just mayonnaise. Let's I don't like mayonnaise. Here's my thing. I don't like mayonnaise. I really don't. And I don't want to be tricked. You can't trick me with like, yeah, guess what? Garlic aioli sounds good, but it still tastes like mayonnaise and I don't like that. I don't like that. Not one bit do I not like that. And so I'm sick of restaurants because you're gonna put garlic aioli, charge $4 more because it's an aioli. No, how do you even spell it? I know how to spell it because I looked it up so I could write it down in my notes. But how do you even spell it? Do you know?
So I could. Is it? Are you testing me?
Yep.
Okay. A
Uh huh.
O. Wait, hold on. AOLI. Is that it?
AIOLI. There's a hidden
Tricky,
I. There's a hidden
tricky.
I. And so it's a tricky word. It's a tricky sauce, and I'm sick of it. I'm sick of the
It's
tricks.
a trick sauce, and we don't tolerate those.
Mm-mm.
Not around
So,
here. We like a sauce that says what it is.
and I think like it like kind of is a part of the millennial burger joint fad that's going on right now, where people are like, but like,
Right now.
well, like people are talking about it now, but I feel like people aren't talking about the aioli issue of it all.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about, like the memes of like those
Mm,
stools, those
yeah,
those metal stools where it's like, the burger is gonna be good, but it's like
yeah.
$40.
No, those are the kinds of restaurants that I have a lot around me, and I go to them because they are good, but they are so expensive. But don't trick me with aiolis. I'm sick of it.
Keep your aiolis to yourself. My mind was blown when I found out that an aioli was literally just anything plus mayo,
Yeah,
basically.
yeah. Well, because you like
But
mayonnaise, I don't like mayonnaise. One thing about Tracy is he used to eat mayonnaise by the spoonful.
it's true. It was actually a pretty big problem. There was an intervention of sorts.
Well, because you
I was
weren't
just
good at
so
eating
oily
it.
all the
You
time.
weren't good at eating it, so the mayonnaise would
I
get
was
places,
sloppy. I was
and
I was a sloppy mayoer. It's true.
it wasn't easy to
Um,
clean.
God, but I love a good aioli. I know I'm not because I mean we're at opposite ends of the mayo love spectrum as we've established, and
Hmm.
it is a spectrum. Mayo love, much like other love,
Is a
can be
spectrum.
it knows no bounds, knows no
Hmm.
bounds. Um, And you are on that spectrum, my friend.
No,
At the high end
I
of the
figured you
mayo
were gonna be an
scale.
aioli guy. I look at you and I go, this guy likes aiolis, and I was okay with you not agreeing with me here, but I had to get it
Yeah.
off my chest.
Well, we don't have to agree, but I appreciate you sharing. I do, and of course I understand your thing
Mhm.
because that mayo taste always kind of comes through
Yeah,
unless it's a really good
there's
aioli,
a few things
you
that I
know.
can I'll do like fry sauce in small amounts. So like I can do like mayonnaise if it's like if I don't have that mayonnaise. It's just that mayonnaise taste is just so overwhelming and
Okay,
like
that's fair. That's fair. That's
just
fair. Yeah,
ooh.
but hey, you haven't been having the right aiolis, my friend.
I
Let
haven't
me
had
tell. I'll
any
show you a
aiolis. If
thing
I
or
see
two.
an aioli on a burger, I say, give it to me without this.
I'm next time I see you, I'm going to force feed you
Mm-mm.
aiolis until
No, you're
you
not.
cry and cry and cry,
Dude, I
and
wouldn't
you're
cry. I'd
gonna
be
love
throwing up.
them.
I'd be throwing up. Ask anyone I know.
You kind of throw up a little, you kind of cry a little when you throw up sometimes, you know.
I haven't thrown up in a long time.
I'd count
You're an
that.
often thrower upper.
Yeah, there's something wrong with me. I
You
don't
still do
know.
that?
No, it's
No.
gotten much better.
Mm.
Gotten much better
So
since
it
I
was only when you
stopped
were around
living
me.
with. Yeah, I was gonna say I think it got better right around when
Uh-huh.
we stopped living together. So that's something to
Oh,
unpack.
it's because I was poisoning you.
Okay. See, I had thought that
Mm-hmm.
those might have been related. All
It
those
was the
pills that
rat
you kept
poisoning.
cracking open and drizzling into my
I was
food,
putting it into your
but
mayonnaise.
but it was the mayo. It was the
Mayo.
mayo. That's why at my Mayo intervention, you stood up and you go, "Let the man Mayo, let him Mayo.
Let
There
him
ain't nothing
eat.
wrong with a little Mayo. Let him eat."
But
Oh,
yeah.
this guy.
No
My
more
turn.
aioli.
My turn.
Your turn.
Is it my turn? I wanted to go second because I'm switching it up. I'm switching it up. I'm doing a positive. Don't even get me started. This early into the pod,
I
I
almost did one
know,
this week too, but I
but I'm
changed
doing
up.
a positive one because I think things are gonna get a little emotionally dicey for me later, and you know we're going to a dark place later.
Mm-hmm.
Stick around. Don't touch that dial.
Don't touch
Um,
that knob.
but that makes it sound like we're gonna go really dark. We're
We're
not
gonna
going
go
that dark.
crazy.
It's we're going emotionally dicey was a very loaded term that I used, and I apologize for it. But don't even get me started on how much I love calling people. Calls are back for me in a big way. All
Yeah.
right. There was definitely an era where I was like text only. Don't want to talk to you voice wise. Don't want to hear it.
Mm-hmm.
But a friend of mine that I will not call out, but you know, has been cold calling me recently a couple of times. And at first I was like, this is an affront to me. But then I kind of loved it because I'm terrible at responding to
Mm-hmm.
texts.
Oh, it's true.
And and okay, remember that like the unwelcomed
Uh
criticism
huh.
thing?
Yeah. No,
Just keep
you're
that in
really
mind.
bad.
Okay. No, that's not with you.
No,
I text back
you're
pretty
one of the
quick.
better texture backers.
Yeah, okay. Well, we got to cut that part because it's just with you. It's just with you, and I can't have everybody know that I'm just ignoring that. It's not on purpose. It's nothing personal.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, calling. We got a whole conversation. We talked on the phone for maybe 5 minutes. We got a plan made. Canceled the plan, rescheduled that same plan, and caught up about spring break events all within a short period of time.
Uh-huh.
Didn't need to be texting. I didn't need to be writing. I rewrite text a lot because I get paranoid. I overthink things about
Mm-hmm.
how things are coming across. And then someone told me that I texted like a millennial recently, and that really got me because so I've been like changing my. I think it's my emoji usage. So I think
Um,
there's something
I
wrong in there.
I don't know. I feel like your emoji usage is very young.
That's what I thought, but well, I don't know. I don't know.
Maybe I
I'll
also
have to
feel
pull the
like maybe I'm
people.
also an old person though.
I know that's why I was like, I don't know if I could trust his opinion. What if we're both old now? Okay, anyway, but the point is, I love calling. You can get so much done in the thing. I've been talking to my siblings on the phone a
Oh.
lot more lately. That's a lot of fun. I like calling. I like calling. Shoot me, shoot me. And I'm tired of this attitude where people can't call each other.
Mm-hmm.
People can't call it. Speaking of the millennials, I think it started with them. Not blaming them. I got accused of millennial hate a lot on the last podcast, and I don't want to go back down that road again.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just saying, I think that was the age group where it started like, call me. Why don't you just shoot me in the head? It's so offensive to be called.
Mm-hmm.
But I like it. I
Can I
like
also
getting
say
things done, and then I don't have to worry about it.
calling is so much easier if you're dealing with like an issue and you need to call like a customer support. Calling, you can
Oh, the
just get it done real quick. Like,
I used to be live chat only.
Uh-huh.
I'm doing the online chat to get to the bottom of all my customer support issues. But now, call done.
Yeah.
Because if you talk to a person, they're probably you know over the phone you could just talk a lot better.
Yeah. I don't call people. I schedule calls. Like me and my mom, we'll like call every Tuesday around 1 p.m. We talk for 2 hours. Um,
Look at that.
and so
That's
like,
wonderful.
yeah, I know I'm a big. I like calling. I think I've kind of come around to it like you did, where it's like, oh, this is so much nicer to just catch up with people. Um, but
Yeah,
I'm not typically not
because
a cold caller. I'll schedule a call.
yeah, I see. I'm not. Yeah, I don't know. I have mixed feelings on the cold calling thing,
Hmm.
but also I think people are too extreme about it because like, oh, cold calling me. You don't have to answer.
Yeah, leave a
Just don't pick
voicemail.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if I cold call someone, I it's a 50-50 shot. Honestly, 60-40, whether or not they're going to pick up or just
Hmm.
ignore it. And I'm fine with that because I would ignore it. Try again at a later time when it's convenient for you. And
Yeah.
maybe it'll be inconvenient for me. But you know, we can just keep trying.
Yeah. Phone
Doesn't
tag.
matter.
No, I mean, me and you don't call that much, but we text a lot, and we have these every other week. We talk. We have a little pre-show
Hmm.
meeting. Um, but yeah, I'm not opposed to a call. I
See,
like a call
but
when I'm driving.
oh, I love a good call during an activity.
Hmm. Yeah, I'll
A walk
walk.
and a call, a drive and a
Hmm.
call. Love it. Call in like something where like I need to focus. I can't do that.
No, but
I
hey,
tried cooking and calling someone. Can't do that. Measurements, it's tricky.
here I'm gonna put Tracy's phone number at the bottom of the screen. Call this number now. Call this number.
Flattening. I've been
Um,
writing yours all over town,
all over
anywhere I can.
Moscow
Yeah, for a good to mediocre time. Call Mark.
for some like kind of okay jokes. Like not they're not gonna knock your socks off, but you'll be kind of impressed.
Yeah, having trouble falling asleep? Call Mark.
Ask him for a story.
Ask him for his story. Ask him for his life story, which
Ask
will
about French
always
onion
begin with,
soup.
"Oh, so long ago. Oh, this guy loves
I
French onion
love
soup.
French onion soup. We were just texting about
Who
French onion
doesn't?"
mac and cheese though.
Honestly, when are we not? I was thinking about it, and because I thought you were about to say we were just talking about that. Isn't that crazy? And I'm like, this conversation could have happened at any point. We
Hmm.
talk a lot about soups
Soups,
and different pastas.
cocktails, martinis, but specifically like lemon drops and espresso martinis. We talk about often.
Yeah, did I tell you? My lemon drop's
You
delicious.
did, you did. We
I
were
cracked the
talking about it
code.
the other day.
Espresso
Um,
martinis, not so much. You got to shake those for surprisingly long,
yeah,
and my arms get tired.
I make a good espresso martini. I've got like a full espresso
Perfect.
machine though, so between the two of us, we're like locked in.
What can't we do? Stay on topic.
That's true.
That's still our weakness. We haven't found a way,
And
but we'll get there.
I think, but the only thing that could is Adderall. But that loses their charm. We lose our sparkle.
It's just our sparkle. That was beautiful, Mark. I
Thank
really
you.
liked that. That was a good word for that.
Um, well, as I don't have a good transition for this. So Tracy and I love to talk about the talk about the little social rules and norms that we've made up in our own head. Um, and on the flip side of that, we love to talk about embarrassing moments that can happen to you in public. So we're gonna put together a little draft and try to build teams of embarrassing moments that you hate to happen to you, the things that keep you up at night. Um,
Yeah, Mark, there's no easy way to say this, but I've gotten really into online gambling, specifically sports betting
mhm.
and fantasy building. So, yeah, we're gonna do a little fantasy draft of these moments, and if I lose, I'm gonna cry and I'm gonna lose a lot of money because I got stuff riding on
You
this.
got money riding on this? With
I
who?
got everything. I've got everything. Anyone will take it. Anyone will take my money. I'm giving it to them.
Can I say this? I There's a reason I don't sports gamble, and I think it's because I would like it too much. Similar to cocaine. I feel like I just like it too much. That would be my issue.
I like that you are able to recognize those boundaries within
Uh-huh.
yourself, and I'm proud
Well,
of you for that.
thank you, but I just love money so much, and I love like, getting free. I love like winning money, and so if I was gambling, it would be
Winning
bad.
money.
I love winning
When
money.
I sometimes when you're like doing like your podcast voice, it's that like I you slip into your Trump just a little bit,
It's
and
been
it
so
tickles
bad
me.
recently. You can ask Miranda, but like I just go into my Trump most of the time. Most of the time I just like fall in there because it's such a fun voice to do. It sucks he's such an awful person.
I've said it a million times. I wish that we could just keep him around as like a little court jester. He has no power.
I think they should just make a
He's just
fake
an
Oval Office and
entertaining
put it on the
spectacle.
Vegas Strip and just let him pretend he's
Yes.
president. Um,
Because for such a monster, he has no business being that funny. I
mhm.
love Tesla. Everything's computer. He has no
Wow,
business
everything's
being
computer.
that funny.
Um,
Something's wrong.
but Tracy, I will let you start out the draft, and I'll let you get the first
Yeah.
selection. We're gonna play around with how many picks we do. Maybe we do more. Maybe we do less. We'll see. We'll see. Hey,
Yeah, I think
calm down. Hey, calm down.
this is really going to be exposure therapy for me
Mm-hmm.
because I put all of these with a specific moment in
Oh,
mind of
really?
like something that happened to me. Well, yeah, but like us kind of in general, but also they're going to make me think of things, and then that's just gonna.
That's gonna
Huh.
get you. Yeah.
So we'll probably call it whenever I go. Okay, we're done. That's probably when we'll stop.
All right.
Starting right out off the gate here with the draft. Confronting your high school self in any form,
Oh.
whether that means seeing old texts that you've sent or
Mm-hmm.
pictures or videos, especially where you can hear your voice.
Hey, let's talk about
Um,
that, huh? How rough high school is. Did you see what I did there? Did you see what I did there? True fans are gonna recognize that.
I'm gonna have to kill you. I'm gonna have to have you killed. That's the only way I'll be free.
You know what's funny?
But you know,
When I talk to people that knew us during that era and watch those
mhm.
videos, they stand by the fact that they were funny. So I
I
couldn't
do
go
too,
back and
and
watch them, but
I do too, and it's easy to if you don't go back and watch it. If you don't look at it again, it's easy to stand by it.
Mhm.
But you know, that's the thing. That's the thing of why, isn't that what they say? You know, if you're not looking back and cringing, you're not growing.
It's
So there you
true.
go. There you go.
Yeah.
Or maybe you just sucked then and you still suck now, and that's always a possibility
Can we put
too.
a pic? Can we put a video or picture of Tracy from high school in here? Can we get that done? Just put this one in here.
Well, I mean, you're the one who edits these, so I guess it's ultimately up to you. But the
And I do
case I
have a
would
lot of
make
them.
is, please don't. I don't want to see that. Listen, this was a you're not meant to weaponize our draft
Oh,
picks.
okay. I thought I was.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna need to do some serious
I need to read.
rearranging for this.
Um,
So what do you got? You think
my
you
first
can match
overall
that?
pick is accidentally liking something from like a random person on social media, like when you're scrolling through like an old feed, or like I've had this happen twice recently, where I accidentally sent someone a friend request on Facebook, and it just
Mm.
the tightness I get where it's like, or
Where you
like
think you're gonna die
liking
for a minute?
something else. I mean, like it's like such a classically awful thing to happen. But it's like I love going back and looking at like what people we went to high school with are doing now to feel better about myself, and
Oh.
not like you. You're in a good place.
Oh.
Um, but the people that don't have a podcast.
Yeah.
um,
The only people who are doing good if you have a podcast. If not, what are you doing?
but it's like people like where it's like or like people I'm not great friends with. Like I wouldn't feel bad if I went back and accidentally liked an old post of yours, because maybe I'm just like trying to find an old picture of us or something. But like if it's like a completely
Yeah.
random person, oh, just there's like a
Yeah,
tightness I get.
anyone you're close enough where you could explain the situation
Uh
if
huh.
they see it, you could just go like, "Oh yeah, I was just looking at it,
Yeah.
ha 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 ha." But you can't text a random person and go, "Hey, I wasn't being
I
a
wasn't
creep or
stalking
anything.
you.
I wasn't being a psycho. I just it was an accident."
Um,
And you can't do that. It's disturbing. It makes it far far worse. God, ooh, that's a good one. You're getting me. You're getting
you
me.
feel it. You feel
That's a
that
good one.
tightness in your chest.
I feel it. I feel it. It's just in my arms right now, but it'll get to my chest.
I feel like those are both really good high pick
Yeah,
selections. Those
we're
are both
out the
really
gate
tough.
strong. Did you tear? I tiered them in how intense
Hmm.
they were to make sure that you didn't. Okay,
No,
good.
I got mine. I have mine. I've got eight picked, and so I've got mine in like a draft board style of where I want to pick them, unless you take them first. So
Okay, all right. Well, let's
let's see.
see. Let's see
Do
if this
round
one.
two.
This is similar to yours, and we
Hmm.
can call if we're gonna count it
All
or
right.
not. If we're gonna count it as under yours, because I think there's gonna be some overlap with these. There's. It's so embarrassing sending something to the wrong person.
I will allow that because that really is a separate thing and a separate type
I
of
think it's
anxiety.
yeah. Especially, I would say now it's a lot easier with like Snapchat and Instagram and iMessage all letting you edit and delete things.
Mm.
But before that, even now still, it's pretty embarrassing because especially iPhone, they snitch you out. If
Mm-hmm.
you edit something, it'll be like it's edited, but you can go back and look at what it was before. Or
Uh-huh.
if you unsend something, it'll be like, ooh, they unsent it.
It's so bad. And
It tells
like
you.
something I hate on Instagram is like when you go to send something, it pops up with like the most common people you'll send them to. And so
Hmm.
typically my partner's in the number one slot, but sometimes it'll change. It'll be like my mom or my dad, and I'll like almost send them something I meant to send to my partner.
Mm.
And it's just like this most nightmare fuely type. Just oh my.
And backing out of it is there's just no because you have to grovel and explain,
Mm-hmm.
oh, it's a wrong part. And sometimes it can be innocent, but sometimes it can go wrong, wrong, wrong. You know, wrong, 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 wrong.
Wrong,
I'm not
wrong,
speaking
wrong,
from
wrong, wrong, wrong.
experience. I'm not saying anything that ever happened. I'm just saying, someone it could have gone wrong, wrong, wrong. So,
My next one is another just kind of a classic, but waving when someone you think they're waving at you and you wave back, and they're waving at someone behind you. Um, ooh, that's
that was my
genuinely.
next pick. I
It
hate you.
happened to
That was my
me.
next pick.
It happened to me recently, and I don't remember I don't remember where I was, but I remember it happened, and I went right the classic, just like, and they were not waving to me, and I wanted to die.
It's
I think.
so It's so awful because this is a lot of movement,
Uh
you
huh.
know. I was doing like the no one's waving like that. I'm waving like that. But this is a lot of move and you can't there's no like, oh,
There's
no.
no like especially when I hit one of these, right? That's a pretty instant thing.
Oh, a little yeah, hey. No. I
And
was just
so
blocking the sun for just a second. That's it.
but
That's a
just
good
like
one.
I
That's
just
a
like
good one.
everyone talks about it, but like oh my, don't. I think that's my reaction to all of these. Is just oh my,
Oh my.
um,
Oh goodness.
oh no,
Horrible.
um,
Um, that was my third pick.
uh-huh.
Are we on two? Three.
Well,
Three. We're on
you're
three.
on yeah, that's
That
your third one.
That was my third one. But it had a part two that I was counting as the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I think since you were so specific, I think I
Okay.
should be allowed to get away with this. Vocally responding to someone who is not talking to you. Like you're in a room where a conversation maybe is happening, or someone says something directly like, "Oh, did you want this?" And they were
Mm-hmm.
talking to somebody else, and you fully turn around and say something.
That happened to
No,
me
shoot me dead in
recently
the town
also.
square. I don't.
That's no,
I
and I
can't do
do
it.
think it is. It's the same kind of feeling, but it is two very different things. Um,
Yeah,
and it's just, ugh. Or like in a group
because
chat when someone asks a question and you think they're when they're talking like one specific person in the group chat, and then you respond, it's like, oh, that wasn't for you.
I think the blame is wholeheartedly on that person. Because on every group chat, you have the capability to tag specifically who you are asking.
Okay, I'll allow it, and that'll makes me feel better
So
about things I've done.
that person, yeah. So that is your problem, not mine. Your problem, not
Hmm.
mine. See, that's
I
how you
shouldn't be
get over these
embarrassed.
things. That's how you get over these things is just make yourself the victim,
Is blame it on other
100%, and
people.
then exactly now
Um,
you're catching on. This guy.
in a similar talking way, when you go to talk, like when someone like this would happen to me, like in college, I hadn't, I'd woken up and I'm walking to class, hadn't really talked, and someone I would see would know and go, hey, oh hey Mark, and I go, and my voice wouldn't work. My voice would get caught up in my throat, and I go,
You did croak at a lot of people
uh-huh.
throughout our college career. It's true.
Like
You were
I'm not
croaking.
so embarrassed by like my voice cracking at random, but like if I try to talk and I can't, oh, especially if it's a quick interaction. If like it's just like walking by, that's the worst. If you're having a full conversation and your voice goes out for a second, whatever. But like when it's
Yeah.
just like a 1 second waving hi, you don't get to explain
Yeah.
yourself. You don't get a second chance.
Nope. It's and then they're gone. And then
Mm-hmm.
they're gone. In a similar Vic, I don't have the voice like my voice not being ready as much because this instrument is always ready to perform. But I combine word like I mean to say two
Mm-hmm.
different things and then I
Mm-hmm.
say both and then I just have gibberish. I said what I did it today. I said, all good and go ahead and I was like, go good and then they were gone.
Go
And it's
good.
the same thing. Go good. And then it's ruined and I was thinking about it for the rest of the day and I'm sure they were too.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we're through three, and I want to take a little intermission, and talk to you about something because you've got a separate kind of perception of this than I do. I'm always so
Yeah.
embarrassed when I have to ask a store associate for help to find something, right? As someone who
Mhm.
works in a store and has helped people, should I be embarrassed by that?
Yeah, you idiot. There's literally, you can get an app on your phone
Mm-hmm.
that if you type it in, it'll tell you the exact location of whatever it is. No, I mean, I just get frustrated with people because I don't want to help them.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't enjoy talking to people. The people who I will not tolerate though is if you just walk straight in and then like don't even try and look, and I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
come on, go on a little adventure or
Yeah.
something. Or if you're rude, because people will sometimes just like look at me and they'll be like, "Screwdriver." I'm like, that's not my name, but but no, I don't think that's too embarrassing from the other side.
Okay.
But I'll agree having to go up to someone and interrupt their
Mm-hmm.
workday.
That wasn't my pick. I was just thinking about that, and I was like, oh, I bet Tracy has some thoughts on this. Because you've talked to me about certain people coming up and being rude or being generally stupid during that, and I was like, should I also feel bad if I have to do that?
Yeah, just don't be rude or stupid. And there's no issue.
That's a much bigger task for me than you think, Tracy.
Easier said than done. Easier said than done. Well, Captain Rude and Stupid over
All right, Tracy, as we turn
here.
to round four, I would like to
Yeah.
hear your selection.
Yeah, rounding out at number four is card declining. Any situation, especially if there's a line behind you if you're checking out, or not even necessarily, I would say a transaction snafu or
Mm-hmm.
malfunction, if you will. Like you don't have enough money in your account at the time, or I guess that would be your card declining.
Yeah.
Anyway, you know what I mean.
Uh-huh. That
I think
happens
that
like
because you have an audience of impatient people
at
waiting
self
on you.
checkouts when like you're getting like issues popping up. It was really bad at a Winco. Every time I go to Winco, my like the first time I put my debit card in, doesn't work. Never works.
Yeah.
Like there's always an
Mhm.
issue. And when it's busy and you got a big line behind you, it is like the worst thing ever because I'm like, I'm trying, guys. I
That's when you
really
just gotta
am.
start sobbing so loud, make it far more embarrassing for them
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No
to
one
be
wants to see a
around
grown
you.
man cry. That's
No
something
one,
like
no.
I feel good because I could get out of any situation because I like can't fully cry on command, but I can get pretty close.
Hmm.
Um, and no one wants to see that from me. And so if I'm ever in an uncomfortable
Little,
situation, I can just
you
bug
are a
out.
classic male manipulator
Uh
over
huh.
here.
I am.
You are an evil little monster.
Mm-hmm.
No, but I also love crying on command. I think it's a superpower. I think that no one wants to see anybody cry. It's not just a grown man. I don't want to see anybody cry.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, are you good at comforting people when they're
I
emotional
I
like
like to
that?
think I am, but I'm not probably.
You're not. Um, just the more of that
Mm-hmm.
feedback for you. No, I don't think you and I have ever been in that situation with each other,
No,
but
I can think of two uncomfortable talks we had, and it's mostly you just really worried to tell me something, and you telling me and me going, oh, yeah, no, that makes perfect sense.
yeah,
Um, like, we
like
have
that,
not,
like that time I was telling you that I put that bomb in your room. I was really
yeah,
scared to tell you, but you were okay.
I was fine
You
with
took it
it.
really well. Took it like a champ.
But, like, no, I mean, I can't think of a time that we ever had to emotionally comfort the other.
Yeah, and
Because,
let's make a point to keep that up
yeah,
because it's exhausting trying to comfort somebody. I think being in a relationship has helped me more.
mm-hmm. Oh,
But
yeah,
even now, I'm like, I don't know. I could do it for that person, but
mm-hmm.
anybody else, I'm like, I don't know.
I
I've kind of
feel,
built my repertoire around this one person and hoping that everybody else could take care of themselves.
I feel like me and you are really good at not comforting, but making the other person forget that they're not happy. Like I feel like that's
See,
where
but
we work
yeah,
out well.
I'm that kind of person. I like to make jokes
Mm-hmm.
in the moment. I guess that is a form of comfort, though.
Yeah.
But that could also be so annoying if you're like
Mm-hmm.
really going through it and
Yeah.
someone won't stop going, ha ha, hoo, yeah. Like I could see how that's exact.
Peekaboo.
Boy, oi, 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 oi. Yeah, that could be
Yeah.
exhausting.
My fourth selection is having to turn around in public. Whether you're like in a new city and you're like trying to walk through and using Google Maps to like walk and figure out, and then you realize you missed a turn or something, or like I have where I like couldn't remember if I locked my car, and like I'm like halfway to the store and I go, oh, I gotta turn around, and it's so embarrassing because like I got a
That
whole because people look at
that's a
me,
really good one.
they
I can't
they
believe I didn't
know,
think of that.
and like I hate turning around. I hate visually making a mistake and people having to go.
Well, because you look like a fool. What do you mean? You just got lost just
Hmm.
now? And the way I feel like we walk, we both walk
We
pretty
walk with
speedily.
purpose.
Yeah, and when you move at the pace that I move at,
Hmm.
you see me and you're like, he has an intention. And then if I turn around, it's like, oh, he's just an idiot.
You gotta
He's an
stop on
absolute
a
idiot
dime.
who's just wandering around.
Hmm.
And yeah,
And
oh, I stop quick.
and then it's like you got to do the walk of shame back.
Oh my God. And that is how you have to walk. If you
Hmm.
turn around, you have
You
to,
have to walk like a muppet.
yeah, like that. Yeah.
Um, but yeah, no, I hate turning around in public. That's my thing.
No, because you lose all credibility
Uh-huh.
immediately.
All right, what is your fifth and possibly final selection? We're not so
Yeah,
sure.
should this be our last?
This can be our
Should we?
last.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's make
Yeah.
it. All right. Hold on, I got two. I got to decide who's stronger in the round. They're both up for grabs. They're both up
Um,
for grab. We didn't have as much overlap as we thought.
I
I
feel
thought we
like
would have
yeah,
been
I'll have
really.
three after this one, and we can do a debrief where we talk about who was just barely not picked afterwards.
Okay, I'm
Um,
gonna say last one for my one is this might just be a me thing. All of these might just be us
it's
things
true.
because we are
We're so aware of
chronically
ourselves.
self-aware. Yeah. Except for right here, I guess.
Hmm.
Being left alone at a table, like if you're doing an activity with one other person, like a dinner or something, and they get up to go to the bathroom and you are left alone,
Hmm.
I don't know how to handle myself. Luke and I went out to a bar the other night, and he, kept going to the bathroom as people are prone to do. And he's allowed to until it inconveniences me, and I have to stand there not looking like I came alone, like a loser idiot head, and
Hmm.
I'm sitting there looking like I have no friends or nothing. I hate that feeling. I hate
No.
it, especially at a restaurant because it looks like, oh, loser eating by himself. No, I have friends. You just can't see them right now.
Uh huh. No, that's so real, and I should have thought about that one because that happens to me sometimes. But no, I'm sitting at the table, just
You have to
putzing
look at your
around.
phone, right?
I
You have
yeah,
to look at your
I think
phone.
you have to do the phone.
You have to look at your phone.
But I
But
also
then
am
if you
so
don't have a
rude
phone,
looking at my phone in a restaurant.
see me too, because then I don't want to be that idiot who's like, oh my God, look at this guy who can't stay off his phone for 5 seconds.
No, literally.
So reality is a trap, and
Can I give you
this is it.
my tip? If there's like a
Yeah.
menu on the table, right, whether it be a drinks menu or something, I pick it up and I just read everything on there.
Oh, okay. That's a
That's
good
my
one. That's a
tip.
good read everything
Yeah,
around. Okay, I like
if
that.
there's something extra on the table that you can pick up and read, you know, make yourself
I
look like
like
you're
that.
contemplating something.
At the
Um,
bar, I was trying to watch a basketball game that was happening, but then I just looked like an idiot because it was up there, and I'm like,
can
now
I
I'm
say
alone
something?
and I look stupid.
I'm so
Tell me.
bad if I go to a restaurant and there's a sports game on and I'm out with people or just one. If I'm just it's just me and my partner. If I'm out with a group of people, my eyes are not on the. I'm watching the game, no matter what game it is. I'm just. There was one time I went out with
But
my partner and we were and there was a Yankee game on, but not the TV that I could see. It was like around a corner, and I kid you not, sometimes I would just peek one of these to check the score of the Yankee game.
you kept going to the bathroom every
Hmm.
5 minutes just to walk by it.
But no, that's a
Uh,
really good one. That's a really strong pick at five because
I'm glad.
five you're
I'm
getting
glad.
dicey.
Yeah, I wanted to end strong, so I went with my stronger one, and I wasn't
Hmm.
sure if I was alone in that. But high risk, high reward. Hit me with your final one.
I'm
Hit me
really
with
glad
it.
this one fell to me, but having your phone audio accidentally on and playing something, like playing music or playing a video or having like something come through, it's genuinely like I'm like, oh, look at this idiot who's listening to music. But it like such a like it happened to me at work where like I don't know how my phone audio got turned on and like there's like other people around me and then like a song starts playing and I'm freaking out. I can't stop it, right? Because I'm like trying to do I pause the music? I can't pause the music. I turn it down. Um,
And in that moment, every part of your brain that knows how technology works,
goes away.
gone. It shuts down. I'm
Mm-hmm.
sitting there. It'll start playing. All you have to do, most times, just press the power button. Boom, problem
Yeah.
solved. Or just quickly turn down or pop whatever. Like it's always such a
It's
simple
one
answer, but
button.
instead I'm always just saying like, this is all brand new to me.
Uh, no,
I have no idea what I'm doing.
it's
Oh, that was a really good one.
thank you. I'm really I got my top five, which I'm really happy with. We did not have much crossover. Um,
Yeah. Honestly, for me, I think you might have won that one. I think that team wins just with that last one alone. That is a really
it's a
deep,
sneaky
guttural
one,
one.
but I feel like anyone who's had it happen knows that fear. Um, and I think you had
It's
a
a bad
really
one.
great team, but it's a particular team.
It's yeah.
I feel like
I
your
was a little
team is
niche.
very much so for people who are like in their early 20s who weren't good at sports in high school. That's kind of where your team stands.
That's kind of my whole brand. Those are my people.
Um,
Those are my. That was also just me. You just described me, Mark, and you could have just
I
said.
described both of us. You know,
Well, I wasn't gonna call you out, but
I guess I
I
am in my
was
mid
gonna
20s
give it a
now because I'm
second.
22.
You're pushing 30.
I'm
I
pushing 30.
would say
I'm pushing the
anyone older than
casket.
me automatically pushing 30, unless they're pushing death.
Um, but I would like to hear the one that you had to cut from your team, the one that you didn't get
Yeah,
to pick.
the one I decided not to do is again one that might just be me entering a crowded room last. Like if you or not even last, entering any crowded room, I automatically just assume like these people are all in on something
Hmm.
that I'm not. Entering a classroom last, entering, anything, any situation, like coming to a party last, it's like I feel like I'm missing information.
Have I ever told you about the first QE meeting I went to?
Yes, you had a
Where,
great example.
yeah, I our meeting was set for like 5:30 or whatever. I don't know. I get there 10 minutes early because I'm like 10 minutes. I like being early. 10 minutes early is typically pretty good. It's not that early. And I was the last one in because everyone else showed up like an hour early and was just hanging out waiting for me. And they're like, "Mark, you're late," and I'm like, because I didn't know any of them like super
Me.
well at the time. Like I wasn't close friends with anyone, and I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be late," because I hate being late. And then they're like, "Ah,
Mm.
we're just joshing you, huh? We're getting you."
This
Um,
guy's very punctual. You are a very punctual person.
I hate being late. That's something that I cannot stand. I'm fine if other people are late, but I cannot. I hate the idea of me being late. People hanging up because of me. Um, so
How respectful. What a respectful young man you are.
yeah, I think so.
You're a
I
good
think
guy.
so.
You're a good guy, Mark, and people don't tell you that enough.
As someone once said, I'm a good egg.
You're a good
I'm a good
egg.
egg.
Good egg. You're a good egg. What a great phrase.
I've got three
Gotta
that
start
I
using
didn't
that more.
use. I got three that were left undrafted.
All right.
Missing your chair when you go to sit down. Like you go to
Mm.
sit down, the chair just like adjusts, and what this idiot doesn't know how to sit.
Even if you
Um,
don't follow, you fumbled.
you
Yeah, good one.
fumbled, and like a chair's just like you gotta having to repark. If I pull into a parking spot and then having to back out, and especially if you have to repark multiple times, or like if you back into something and then it's like, oh, you got to repark a bunch. That
Drive
is,
much? No, no, that one's so embarrassing. Good
um,
one. Good
and
bangers.
then playing phone games at work. Maybe this is just because I don't have much to do at work, but sometimes I'll play a phone game, and like, oh, people think I'm an idiot because I'm just on my phone playing games, like playing
That's
solitaire.
a really good one.
Um,
I don't think I would be embarrassed about that, but like now that I've thought about it, I've definitely seen someone at work playing phone games and gone like, what an idiot. Like,
yeah,
what are you
right.
doing? Come on. Like you're playing your little bubble bursting game. Come on, buddy.
Dude, it's bad one because I love phone games. Like I've got a love for them.
Oh yeah.
And so I love all the stupid ones too. And so sometimes they will be games like just like popping bubble wrap. There's a game that me and you loved for probably about a week called Roll, and it was just rolling dice and trying to get as many
It
of
was
them.
just dice, and you just try to get the highest number.
Mm-hmm.
Love for like a week. I still roll. I'm
Do
still
you? You're a
rolling.
roller?
I just got back into it. I was deleting. I was cleaning
Uh
up
huh.
old games off my phone, and I saw it, and I was like, oh my God, I can't believe I ever played this game. What even was it? And then I'm hooked again. I can't stop.
It's a great game. It's a great game.
Something about seeing a number just go higher. I'm a simple man. I just want to see the number go high.
I remember me and you
That's all
genuinely
I
for
need.
like a week straight would text each other. Guess what score I just got.
Guess what I got?
Guess what
You
I
would
got.
we would like come into each other's room. We would knock on the door. Guess what? Look at
On
this.
one roll, this is what I got.
Us sitting, we would put on a show and we would sit there next to each other,
Hmm.
dead silent, for an hour just rolling.
Dude,
just
that
rolling,
was the
baby.
dream, man. That was the
Those
dream.
were the days. Yeah, if you never
Um,
played Roll, get there.
hey, it's time. It's time to roll. Tracy,
Rollers rise up. Yeah.
we're a new podcast, but this is episode 5 or 6, I think now. I think episode 5.
I'm not
And I
dumb.
think it's time we really break onto the podcasting scene. And there's no better way to break onto a scene, unless you have enemies. And so
Hmm.
I've come up with a few podcasts. Really, I got the host of the podcast that I would like to start kind of a beef with, kind of start a feud with. Just
Yeah,
because I
yeah.
think that's kind of the best way. And I look at these people and I think that's an enemy of me. Um,
If you're gonna sail in the ocean, you gotta make waves.
And if you're going to sail in the
Exactly.
ocean, you got to have the cannons because the pirates are going to get you. And we're the pirates. Are.
Yeah, and
Do your
if
best
you're
pirate
gonna be in the
impression.
ocean, don't make me do this.
Do your best pirate impression.
I
Come
don't
on.
want to do it.
Come
I don't want
on.
to do
I
it.
just did one. Do you want me to do it again?
Yeah, do it again.
Arr.
Oh, okay, that was good.
Go ahead. Now you do yours.
Arr, see, I got the hook.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
I
would
wanted
hate having a
props.
hook hand, me personally, but that's just kind of me.
You couldn't do anything.
I like my digits. So I don't know if you have any podcasts you want to call out, but I got
Yeah,
3.
I'm gonna let you. I'm letting you take the reign. You seem to be on a vendetta of some
Hmm.
sort, and I dare not get in the way.
So this one, it's new. The podcast actually started today, and it's Good Hang with Amy Poehler. Now I like Amy, and can I call you Amy? But you're new to the game. And
You think you have a chance of taking on Amy
I
Poehler
think I
just
have a
because
chance.
she's technically newer? She's
Uh-huh.
definitely had a podcast before too, though.
She has, but this is her first one not doing like a character podcast. So this is like a big deal. And so I get it. You're flashy. You got Martin Short and Tina Fey, 2 of the greatest comedy performers ever, on your first 2 episodes. But hey, look at this. For the
Whoa,
audio
didn't
listeners,
think of that.
you guys just missed something.
Are you
great.
threatening Amy Poehler?
I'm saying, maybe if she wants to fight, then we could fight, and whoever
Okay,
wins
see
gets both
now, okay.
podcasts.
What if we rephrase this as
Okay.
just podcasters you want a box?
Okay. But I wouldn't want to hurt
Now
Amy
I'm more
Poehler.
on board.
I like Amy Poehler. She seems nice.
I don't think you'd win.
I
I
don't
think
think
she's
so.
got I think Amy Poehler probably has she's got some fire. She's got some fire. You put her in
Yeah.
you back her into a corner. She would fake you out. She would let you get tired. She would
Oh
let you
yeah,
get
she would.
tired. She's
I'd be
sneaky like
swinging
that.
at her. She'd be
I
dodging.
bet. Hmm.
The next one is someone I do think I could beat in a fight, and I would if he wanted me to. Bill Maher, he's got a podcast, and I've got a
Oh, I
long-standing
think you
hate
could take
for Bill Maher, and everyone knows this. Brody, our mutual friend, has my access to my HBO, and sometimes he'll go onto my HBO account and just put on an episode of Bill Maher's show, so it's just in my continue watching.
Just to
to
remind
give
you that
me-
he's always there
Um,
around every corner.
and I just don't like him. I think he's cocky, unfunny, and stupid. This isn't funny. I just really don't like Bill Maher. I really don't like the
Jokes
guy.
aside, I'm just mad.
I'm
And
just
I want a
really
box,
mad
Bill.
about him. Um,
Wow. Yeah, that's a valid one.
and
That's
the
a
last
valid
one is a duo, so it's gonna have to be me and you fighting these 2. But
Okay.
it's Jason and Travis Kelsey, and I don't think we would win because they're both professional athletes.
We're done. We're cooked.
But I do think I would like to fight them to see what would happen. Because
I just want to see what happens.
Well,
I
'cause
like
they're
that.
so
I like
big.
how you went along with this now being about boxing. You were like easy, same emotions.
But yeah, I don't know. Stick to your football lane, buddy. All right, you don't get to come into my space and take my.
Is their
little
podcast not about football?
It kind of is, but like, just play the dang game. I think.
Just play the dang game. No, but they love as soon as they're done playing, as soon as they play for a few years, whatever. I don't know. I don't care. They love talking about it. That's their favorite. They go on all these shows and talk about how they played. They go on and talk about other people playing.
And they make
and they
so
get
much more money,
paid.
and so much more
They
money,
get-
and so many less injuries. So, I mean, like, I respect it, but like,
Yeah,
maybe
I
we
just
should
want it
fight.
to stop.
Well,
I
they
do
are
love.
brothers.
Oh
So
yeah.
we would
So
have
they've
a
got
disadvantage there. But I think that's really our only disadvantage.
Yeah, hey, we've got a brain link going on.
I wonder if we have a stronger brain link than they do.
Well, oh, okay. So we're boxing Bill Maher.
Boxing Bill Maher.
Amy Poehler, I don't know,
Amy
stacking cups or
Poehler,
something. What thing is it?
I will say this grudge is over if you let us on your podcast.
Yeah, you gotta have aspirations,
So,
and I respect you for going right for it.
mm-hmm.
Uh, they're
And
the
then the Kelsey
Kelseys.
boys,
Oh, brain games.
brain
We'll
games,
do like Jeopardy. We'll do
word
like
games.
a Sudoku,
We'll do same
something.
brain.
Same brain. That's a good one. Okay,
So,
perfect. I feel more confident in that area
yeah. We still don't know what we could
than
compete with Amy
physically.
Poehler with. Um,
I mean, God, we'll just never beat her.
no.
I mean, I've been trying for
All
years.
right, Amy, you win.
Amy wins this round. All right, Amy, you get the podcast. You retain all rights to the Power Hour name,
Mm-hmm.
social medias,
You can
everything.
get
I
the
know you
old
need
show
them. I know
too.
you can use them. Yeah, you can have the old one.
Um,
Pretty much anything we've
I was just
done,
starting to
I
have fun
think.
with this show too.
Just starting. I was starting to think about
I'm
having
starting to
fun.
think this would be good.
I was
Tracy.
gonna start putting in effort next
Mm.
episode, but now it's
Now
all on
there's
you,
no
Amy.
next episode. It's just Amy.
Now it's on you, Amy.
All right, Tracy. Our time here is wrapping up, but we do have some time for some misconnections. Mine is nice, short, and sweet. And mine's not that weird as much as it is just I don't know. I think it's a little funny. Um, and it's called Denver Broncos fan. And that's the only time the Denver Broncos is mentioned in the headline. So that's as much as we know. Sorry, Miss A. Not a dear, a sorry, which is I think is a good way to start. So sorry about
Yeah.
not getting to you sooner. I just got back into town and didn't want to disturb you. I hope we can connect. So
That's it?
what we know,
Miss A?
Miss A,
Okay.
apologizing, Denver Broncos fan. Um, so
Okay.
hopefully,
See, I hope that they find each other because
yeah.
I mean, they sound sorry.
Sound sorry, sound apologetic.
They sound remorseful for sure. And they're a Broncos fan, so listen, if you can get a Broncos fan to feel sorry,
I don't think this is a
that's how you
Broncos
know.
fan. I think Miss A is a Broncos fan, but we're not sure because the
See,
Broncos once
there's no way of
again
knowing.
were never brought up.
We simply do not have all the details at this
Uh-uh.
time,
I should have
and
contacted this
that's really
person to get more
unfortunate.
details. I guess
We should
that
start
was a
reaching out to these people
misconnection.
instead of just saying, "Now you can write one," and the circle continues.
I thought about writing some, just not real ones, but just some fake ones, just to have some fun.
Just to have some fun. I think about that all the time, just to give someone, like us, who's just
Mm-hmm.
scrolling them for some inexplicable
I just want to
reason,
give some
a
some
little giggle.
yeah. Um,
We should do that and then guess if it's a real one
a
or a
real
fake
one or
one that
one.
the other person
We could
wrote.
start writing our own and trying to slip them by
I
the
like
other
it.
one.
I like it. We should do that. We
So
should do
Tracy,
that.
give me
Well, I
your
mean, we're not doing any more podcasts though, because Amy
oh,
has it.
on our next podcast, the Our Podcast,
We're
HO,
just
we're just dropping the power.
Yeah, we're just gonna keep shorting.
Keep
We
shorting
dropped the
it.
radio, and now we're dropping power, and pretty soon it'll just be hour.
It's not even gonna be a podcast anymore. It's just gonna be
Nope.
me and Tracy in a dang driveway.
Just talking for an hour every time. Because it's all we have left is our time. I got a short one for you.
Okay.
Iowa City, September 16th. You were driving your Cybertruck south past the I-80 ramps, and I was driving north. I didn't see your face, and I'm worried you didn't see my middle finger. Just wanted to make sure you got the message.
So I like this because it's not a love story; it's just a road rage story.
Yep.
You have
See,
that?
I think it's connecting people is beautiful, and it's not just about connecting love, it's about connecting hate.
Mm.
And this hater hated so hard that they took it to Craigslist.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's beautiful.
Do you get bad road rage?
Oh, yeah. Well, I just get impatient because I want to be where I am. I don't like driving very much.
Yeah.
I find it mostly as a series of inconveniences, and all these other people are just more inconveniences, and I just want to be where I am. So if someone is not helping me be where I am as fast as I want to be there, yeah,
Yeah.
I get pretty upsetty.
Yeah.
But I'm not yelling. I'm not yelling. The yelling is silly because they can't hear you.
No, sometimes I yell.
Then it's not silly.
It's real. It's
Whatever.
honest. It's an
It's
honest day's
it's
work,
it's
is
deep
what
and
it
it's
is.
kind of beautiful. It's deep and you ever do one of these? You ever do
I
the
don't. I
thumbs
try not
down?
to take my hands off the wheel until I want to.
Until absolutely
Mm-hmm.
necessary. When I'm reaching for my beer or something like that. But
Reaching for
not
my
just for all
the
these.
cigar.
Yeah, or lighting the baby's
Well,
cigar. Whatever I gotta do.
like the baby likes the black and milds, so
The baby likes the black and mild, and they're not my taste. So usually he's smoking in the other car,
I
and
like the Cubans.
I like tequila. I like a big fat one. And
Mm-hmm.
the babies, they just can't. They don't have the dexterity to properly hold one of those.
Uh-huh. Tracy, it is that time of the every other week. We're gonna say goodbye, but first we're gonna play a little game of Same Brain. One that we're gonna beat the Kelseys at. They can't touch us in this game. We're masterminds here. Um,
Exactly. Well, don't see now you're hyping it up too much. If we do bad on this one, it's gonna be really
we're not
embarrassing.
gonna do bad. I know that.
But it's not. I'm not even concerned. Okay. Okay. Let's do it. Let's just jump right in. Ready?
Right. Three,
Three,
two,
two,
one.
one. Chair.
Icon. Icon
Chair
chair.
icon.
Chair icon. Okay, there's one that I can think, but I don't think you're gonna be there because it's one that just sounds kind of similar. Um,
Yeah, we picked some. Okay, we picked an interesting starting point. It's
uh,
looking good for the Kelseys so far. Um,
Man, I said I've got one, but I don't think you're gonna be on the same wavelength as me. I think this is
Probably
one
not.
where I
Let's
just
try it. Let's try it.
three,
Three,
two,
two,
one,
one.
share.
Judge. What did you just say? Chair
I
again?
said share the musician.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Mm-hmm.
Now that was clever, and that would have been really, really neat if we both got that, but we didn't.
Mm-hmm. We didn't.
So
So
now
you
we've
said
got
judge.
share and judge.
I don't know much about share, so I'm kind of lost here. I think mine was a done. Mine was really
It
just a
was
hail
mostly
mary.
you were just playing a rhyming game, and you were just excited to identify sounds.
uh,
You know?
um,
Um, Judge
judge and
and
share.
share. Oh, I mean, I don't know. It's kind of a stretch,
All right,
but that's
I
all I've
guess I
got.
kind of have one. Three,
Okay, three,
two,
two,
one.
one.
Judy.
Judy, too good,
We're really
too
good at
good.
this.
Hey, listen, that was a good one because there was a story arc there.
Um,
Ooh, things got trepidatious.
hmm
Things got spooky, but we always did it. We
and
always
we're
rounded
and
out.
Travis and Jason couldn't do that, and I know that is a fact.
Oh, they're
And so
cooked. They're not. They have no chance. They don't have
mm,
a shot.
they're not there. Thank you all so much for watching. It has been an honor and a pleasure. Be sure to follow all of our social medias in the description of the YouTube. If you're on Spotify, Apple Music, I don't know. You can find us pretty
Mm.
easily. We're not hard to find.
Yeah,
We'll be back in 2 weeks with another episode.
count them.
And so
That's
until
14
then,
sleeps.
goodbye.